a real life example. Uh, Say you're on a software project, and there were two activities: set up the database and build the application. So set up the database. From 1st March to 10th March, 10 days period, you allocated a 10-day period, 10 man day period, and $10,000. So you can, for this example, you can assume that it is proportionate for 10% per day. I mean, 10 days work, that means each day is a 10% work off. So then it will add up to 100%. So if it is day 3, that means 30% of work has to get completed. So 10 days, $10,000. And to build the application, another 13 days, $15,000. So now we are in 1st of March, and say you as a project manager, and now you're on 3rd of March. So 3 days have gone now. So the plan, so you as a project manager, you thought since this is 10 days work, by the 3rd day, mathematically, the database administrator should have finished 30% of the work. So on the 3rd day of March, you thought the planned percentage would have been 30% of the work. And by 3rd day of March, this activity should have not even started. Okay, because anyway, this was planned for the 7th day to start. But after discussing with your project team, you find that your database administrator has done the first task 20%, and then some smart fellow has started the second building the application also. He was not supposed to start that, but then he has started building the application, and he has completed 10%. And then the expenses for with the miscellaneous expenses, everything for the first task is $4,500. Database administrator has taken $4,500, and for the second task he has taken $2,000. Got the question? Right. So let's start calculating. So budget at completion first task is 10,000 and 15,000, and planned, we are in day 3 now. Planned value. So you thought 30%. Linearly, you thought this fellow will finish 30%. The database administrator, we are in 3rd day, March 3rd. 30% means planned value out of the 10,000, 3,000 should have been spent. This was not planned because this was not in your project plan. It was supposed to start on 7th. So you didn't have a planned value for that. Earned value, the question says he had done only 20% of the work for 3 days. So the earned value is 20%. So he had done only $2,000 worth of work, whereas you would expect him to do by now $3,000 worth of work. And the actual cost he incurred, maybe expenses or food reimbursement or anything, actual cost for the last 3 days, he have taken $4,500. This fellow, the second activity fellow, you never planned that to happen, but that fellow has finished 10% of the work. So earned value, you have a 10% of work, $1,500 earned value. But then again, his food expenses and everything, the development team build the application, he have taken $2,000. So the planned value, the total amount of planned value is actually 3,000 because this you didn't plan. Earned value is 3,500. Actual cost 6,500. I think I have given the calculations. Correct? Okay, we move forward. So once that is done, actual balance part is not much. So right. So then the schedule variance. Schedule variance is actually earned value minus the planned value. the earned value minus the planned value, schedule variances, and then you get 1000, because it's true, because you by the end of 3 days he should have finished 30%, and but he have only finished 20%. So the schedule variance is $10,000. The monetary value of the behind value is $10,000. Sorry, $1,000. And here there's a schedule variance. You never planned it, but then you earn something. The fellow has done work for you, and then there is a schedule. You're up on the schedule because true value, true, right? So you never planned it. As per the schedule variance, you're up on the deal. So you're ahead of the schedule project, because you were supposed to start on the 7th. Now this will have started work from the first day itself. So your $1,500 worth of work you're up on the project plan. So the total will net off 500 plus. So total loss for you actually will net off is a benefit as an entire project. But for activity base, actually these activities you are behind the schedule. There's a small tricky part in calculating the SPI, since there's a zero involved here in the second part of the activity task number 200. Task number 200, because there's a planned value is 0, so we usually do not take into account, because you can't divide anything by 0. But schedule performance index, schedule performance index is actually to predict it into future. If you go in this rate, how much will it be? How much will the schedule variance will be? How early it will finish? So schedule performance index for the first activity will be $2,000 divided by $3,000, 0.67. So he's behind the schedule because less than 1. Obviously, he had done only 20% of the work. He's about 30% behind the schedule. So 60%, 67% only his performances. Right. So the last bit, same goes to the cost variance. Cost variance is all about actual cost, the earned value cost minus the actual cost. So here it's a minus 2,500 because he had worked inefficiently. He had done only 20% of work, and he had taken, not only he had done 20% of work, he would have done 30%, but he had done 20% of work, and plus he had drawn money more than that is required. So his cost variance is a negative variance for you. And then again, even though it was not planned, he had done only 10% of earned value, but then he had withdrawn cost of $2,000. Then again, it's another negative cost variance for you as a whole project, and it is a 3,000 for so far at the day 3. It's a $3,000 project variance for you, a cost variance for you. And then accordingly, you can calculate the CPI. You can calculate the total CPI also. Totally, you can calculate the CPI, and it's less than 1. That means it's a negative. It's a cost overrun for the moment. At day 3, it's a cost overrun. So once you calculate this at day 3, you know cost overrun. Then you, as a project manager, you can take corrective actions to control the actual cost and tell you not to take money. You better finish up your work, and you can also push them to finish up the work faster, so that this earned value component will go up in the next few days. So, and it will at least tally it around, so that you are always on the ball. So with this, actually, you as a project manager, you can keep your tracking on the ball. So day by day, you can calculate this and see whether your SPI or the CPI is almost equivalent to 1, so that you are efficient. If it is greater than 1, then you're up on the deal. But at least it should be hovering around 1, so that there can be major surprise at the end. And also your schedule variance and the cost variance especially should be close to 0, or if it is positive, then again you're saving some from the